Hello, my name is Rosen Petrov and I'm a Sitecore developer at FFW agency. Today I will share with you the newest feature I've just added to Sitecore Automation Framework. And this feature is about building incremental deployment packages with Sitecore. First, let's start with some demo here. I have created an example repository with just 2 commits and some example source code. In the source code, I have my build configuration. If you have watched my previous video, then you know how SAF uses build cake in order to uh, be able to build the projects, publish a web project, publish static files, and so on. So I have this here. I have some example feature with some views, some config file here. All of this code is demo code just for the purpose of the demo. I have one foundation project which has one service. Is something true? Yeah, it's true. And basically that's it. And yeah, you see I don't have any tags here. It's empty. I have only these 2 commits, so I haven't deployed this code anywhere yet. So when I come here, what I need to do initially is to initialize the SAF deployer. So we run this command, and what it basically does is that this is the source code of the example. Here in the SAF folder, it adds this exe file, which is actually the SAF deployer. And once we initialize our deployer, we have this command here, new deployment package. And now when we run it, what it does is that it gets the latest version of our code, and it publishes this version of the code to this temporary directory. Then it will check if there is some deployment tag in the past. So if we have deployed something already before, and then it will check out this version of the code from our last deployment, and then it will compare both temporary directories and it will build the incremental package. I don't know if I explained it well, but basically that's how it works. And here, because we don't have any deployments before, it will get all of the files, which are basically 66 files, and it will create the package. So for the publishing, yeah, I should mention something. This feature works only with Helix architecture, and it uses build cake. It uses the cake build to be able to publish basically every project here to the output directory of for our deployment comparison, let's say. So it uses the cake build and let's see what we got actually. Here in the SAF folder we have this release folder and we have this release incremental package, which now includes all of the files because we don't have previous deployments. And how it knows which build configuration to use, from here it uses the build cake file and the build configuration property here. So let's say that this is our first deployment and we made it already. So what we need to do now is that we want to create deployment tag. So we come here, we choose new deployment tag, and now we know that we now from the Git perspective, SAF will know that you did this deployment at that point. And let's say that we start working on a new sprint, and let's say that we make a couple of commits. For example, we come here and we update our service. Then we come here and create our commit, so updated foundation. What more? We can come here to the feature and we can update this view. Let's say update it. We can come here and delete the second image. Here we are, and we can come here and let's say we can add some new config file, example 2. All right, so we are building, doesn't matter. Now we come here and we make the second commit, so updated feature code, and we are ready. Let's say that we are ready with the sprint, we are done, so we want to make the second deployment. And because we have our exe file, I showed that when we initialize the SAF deployer, we get this SAF exec. This is the directory of my SAF demo code. In the SAF folder, we have the deployer. So it can. My point here is that we can use the exe directly in the console. It's not required to use it from Visual Studio. So let's run this thing. New package with release tag. We can have build configurations per environment. If you have test or prod build configuration, you just specify this thing here. And let's wait for the code to run. Now it builds the latest version of our code. And as a next step, yeah, this is implemented with pipelines. You see, it checks for the last deployment ID and it finds that you have deployed in release, and this is the before, and this is the last deployment you did. So it basically checks out the repository to that point and again publishes the code to another temporary directory. And as a next step, it will build the incremental package. So it compares both both source codes from the latest and from the last deployment. And you see that actually the incremental package has one new file, has one file which needs to be deleted, and two files which have been updated. And now if I go again and just check what we have in the incremental package, here in the packages, in the release, so this is the latest one. It's only 3 kilobytes because it includes only what we need here. And here in the include, we see that we have our new config file which we added. We see that we have only the foundation DLL because we updated only the foundation. We have our updated view, and because we deleted one image here in the here in this file SAF to be deleted, you will see that we have a record which points to the image, to the path which should be deleted on the server when we deploy. So yeah, this is our incremental package. It includes only the changes we've done during the sprint, nothing on top, nothing which we don't need. And yeah, that's it. It works only for the code base. Like currently it doesn't include any unicorn files, so nothing from the database currently. That's something I would like to implement in the future at support for unicorn. Other thing I want to implement and extend is that currently it every project here is treated is considered to be Sitecore website root related. But we know that we could have some projects which are related to XConnect or to Identity Server. So it's good to have a way to distinguish the projects. And that's the next step I will add as uh, a possibility to mark the projects uh, if they are Sitecore specific, uh, if they are XConnect specific or identity server specific or whatever. And then when we build the incremental package, it will get a package per website. So this is very important in my opinion, but I haven't implemented it yet. And these are the two main features I would like to add the unicorn support. So you're able to deploy your templates and layouts also, and and to distinguish the projects. And what can I say? I haven't tried this in a real scenario where you have some deployment when you use some deployment tools like Octopus or stuff like that. Currently, it's just an idea, proof of concept, if it can be done and how it will work. So I'm open for any feedback. If you have any comments or if you have any suggestions, or yeah, just ping me. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.